Okay, so notice that we have been saying that the period is, what they were calling it, I'm going to call it capital T, is 2 pi over b, where b is the multiplication, so you have sine bx. There's going to be an easier way. The frequency is the reciprocal of the period. So how often it happens is the reciprocal of how long it takes to happen. So notice that b, that number you multiply by, is 2 pi f. So I'm going to just write amplitude A, and it says use a sine function, 2 pi times the frequency times x. And I'm going to make a note that we often use little t as a variable instead of x. So just be aware that small t is a variable that we use for time in general. Capital T is a specific amount of time. It's the amount of time that one cycle takes. Okay, so frequency is the reciprocal of the period. So if it gives you the frequency, and the units for frequency, that's 1 hertz is a cycle per second.
If it has per, it's frequency.
Okay. Then the period is just the reciprocal of that. A sine curve. I'm just going to use t. What is 2 pi f? 14 times 2 is 28 pi. So that would be a good sine curve. Okay, so we're going to say that this boat goes up and down. It's at equilibrium at 0 seconds, which means we're in the middle of going up. So we're going to use sine. The distance between the lowest and highest is 8 inches. So the amplitude, again, is only 4 inches.
Middle to top.
Okay, and it says the time is 3 seconds. So that's the period for 1 cycle. So the frequency is 1/3. 2 pi f is 2 pi over 3. So what have we got? We got a sine wave, because it starts in the middle of its period. We have an amplitude of 4 inches, and we have 2 pi f, and we need a variable. I'm going to say t for time. Again, t, x, yes, either one. And that is a function that will describe the height of the boat at any given time. All right, this one going from negative 165 to positive 165 means the amplitude is 165. Okay. frequency, 50 cycles per second. If it says time per second, if it says cycles per second, you're talking frequency. If it says seconds, then you're talking period. So, okay, 2 pi f is 100 pi, and at times t, at time t equals 0 seconds, it's at the maximum. So use cosine. Okay, and again, it's a cosine 2 pi f times the variable. All right, frequency of 5. 2 pi f is 10 pi, and it just says give me a sine function, so it doesn't say the amplitude, so I'm not going to worry about it. There you go. Cosine function with a period of 365. So to make the period 1 year, we just use 2 pi over 365 as our compression factor. Notice that'll compress by 2 pi and stretch by 365. So it compresses it down to 1 and then stretches it back out to 365. How can you tell the difference between cosine and sine? We've talked about this a bunch, but cosine starts at the top of its cycle. When it's on the y-axis. And sine starts in the middle of going up. Why does it say not horizontally shifted? So just a note for the future, if I take sine x, that's the same as cosine being shifted right by pi over 2. Sorry, that's the other way around. Cosine x, sine x.
No.
No, sine x is cosine x shifted right pi over 2. So interesting.